how secure are cloud-based systems and services? More precisely, the security of the cloud-based platform.
So the security of the cloud-based platform, we have to assume, is insecure. Now, let me phrase this. So there's two ways to tackle cloud security. One is with contract. So you all need to look at your contracts. Look at very specifically what that third-party contract for that cloud service, everybody considers themselves cloud because that's the marketing buzzword. So whether it's a hosting service or truly a cloud service provider, look at that contract. The contract actually will say that they're not responsible for anything and they are not liable for anything. And you all think that when you put the data out there that they're liable for it if it gets breached. They're not. They're contractually, they're not going to write it that way. Microsoft doesn't write it that way. No one's going to write it that way. It's too much risk and liability for them. But what you can do, and then they're going to say they have a SOC audit and they have all of these attestations, they've passed all these exams. None of that means anything to you. It means something for them so they can market their capabilities. You actually need to look at how they're engineering security in that environment, how they're handling their multi-tenancy, how you're actually firewalling that service. You're in a shared firewall, or can you break out and firewall very specifically your services in a different manner? So you can take their word for everything, or you can get their engineers on the phone and hold their feet to the fire on how they're architecting and designing your specific instance. Again, every vendor's a little different. So in Microsoft world, I'd be turning on and all of their great security tools that they have. I'd be really spending quite a bit of time understanding the security tools. They're not easy, but they do help dial down the security of their environment. But they're not liable for a security breach. You are, so you need to set up those tools. Amazon, same thing. Their firewall documentation is a complete mess. So you need to be a astrophysicist to deploy their firewall. So there's other techniques of how you secure an Amazon environment. So I'm just picking on the big boys, but every single hosting facility, AKA marketed as a cloud facility, needs to be carefully looked at both contractually and technically.